Oh. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. Go ahead, type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from. We've got people on Zoom and for our inner circles on Zoom. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. And we are on YouTube live right now. This is Saturday, so I do Saturday morning live for the entire community to get a little bit of crypto information for those who haven't figured out that it pays to be in the inner circle. All right, so I'm gonna talk about that one, Leonard. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for entertainment, educational, and training purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. I see we have Clairvaux Albert on the line, Demetrius, Hillbilly James, Jacqueline Briggs, Janelle Appling, Joyce Easley, Kenny Taylor, Leonard Long, Melanie Davis, Nathan and Rita, and Stan T, and CJ. Good morning, and all of you guys on YouTube, feel free to type in the chat box there where you guys are from watching in. Today is Saturday, so we ended up another really interesting crypto week. The market's been going up and down all week. I call that choppy waters. That since this is Saturday, we will look at the charts going from week to week. So let me first get this set up. Share screen. Let's see where the markets are today, ending off this week. Okay, crypto market cap is at, let's refresh. As always, make sure I'm up to date. So crypto market cap is up 1.1% over the last 24 hours at 2.1 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is at 53.8%. I came across an old crypto talk video I did where the crypto market cap was 200 billion. And Bitcoin was touching 100 billion market cap. Right now, Bitcoin's over 1 trillion. That's freaking amazing. Ethereum is at 14.4. See, Bitcoin is sitting at 59,000. So this dipped below $60,000. So we had a little soft cat bounce. We'll have to see over this next week. Will this keep going? So look at this. Look at the graph on the right. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is what I call choppy waters. It doesn't know which way it's supposed to go or stay. Which one's going to win out, the bulls or the bears? Bitcoin did rise up by 2.6%, but it is down 1.6% on the week. Ethereum is slightly up 0.2. I actually thought Ethereum might have gotten an even bigger bump today after the news of Donald Trump, which we're going to talk about in a moment. BNB has a bump. It's up 4% on the week, but Solana's down 7.8. Ripple's down 4.8. Here's another one that I thought should have gotten a much higher bump after their settlement case with the SEC. I know right now they're waiting to see if the SEC is going to file an appeal. We should hear about that sometime next week, or will they just let it go? In my opinion, they should just let it go and keep it moving. And it's too close to the election for them to try to do anything major. Toncoin is down 2.9% over the past week. Doge is down. Cardano's down 3.1%, but Tron is up 5% on the week. And then Avalanche is down 5% on the week, which is surprising because we're actually have a token that's helping pump Avalanche up a bit. It's up 2.7% on the week, though. I mean, at 24 hours. Shiba's down 4.1%. Polkadot 8.5%, but Litecoin's up 10.5%. Yeah, oh, look at that. Pepe's down 12%. Choppy waters. Best performers over the last week is Thorchain Rune, Aave 17.3%. Helium's coming from up 13.7%. Litecoin, Phantom, Zcash, Tron, White Bitcoin, BNB. EOS, DIDX, Uniswap. Okay, Bitcoin SV. Worst performers on the week. Ah, the Janelle token, Dog with Hat. Brett down 18. Celestia, Say, Jupiter, Mantra, Bonk, Pepe. So there's more red than there is green, but there is still a lot of green, even on the altcoin side. So yeah, we got a confused market right now. People don't know exactly which way this thing is going to go. Now we're getting to the end of August soon, which means in September, there's a lot of things that can happen outside of the market that can impact. One, we're still waiting to see if Iran attacks Israel. Two, we have a major change in the Ukrainian-Russian war where the Ukrainians are actually entering Russian territory and taking villages. Three, we got the Donald Trump sentencing. Four, we have the Donald Trump debates with Kamala. And five, will their interest rates be raised in September? So those are five major things that can impact what's going to happen with the markets. Um, let's talk about some very, very good news. Those of you that have been on the Get Fit mining, the MQT token, right now, let me actually look on Dex Tools. It's sitting at $6.85. I think this is a new all-time high. No, $6.88 was an all-time high. So it hit that just briefly, about and less than an hour ago. It had an all-time high. Right now it's sitting at $6.85. Do you know where we started the week and how excited I was? If I look at coin, where is it? Coin market cap. Coin market cap. Let's pull this. That's the 1 hour. I want to see the week. Oh, that's a little too. Let's see here. I could still do it the week. Let's see if I stretch this out. Uh, well, all right. We'll go back to that's July. Let me do it over here. 5 minutes. No, I don't want to mess with this. Yeah, I can. 1 second, days. I don't want to mess. Ah, dang, I didn't want to do that. I'll leave it there. Well, I will say this. Oh, here's better. I know what to do. You guys will like this. Let's go back. When I started running my mouth, and I made a mistake. I was doing a poolside update yesterday, and I had my Android watch sitting next to my juice in the sun, and it killed my watch. My watch won't turn on. So I went ahead and got oh yeah, we had earthquakes this week. I went ahead and got a Samsung Galaxy Watch that should arrive today. Where did I first start posting that? Okay, so I just started doing it a couple of days ago. Right here. 4 days ago. 4 days ago, I was excited because I had mined 33 MQT tokens valued at $3 and I made $99 for the day. August 12th. 21,000 steps, 9 miles, 3,400 calorie, 2-hour workout, 9 hours sleep. I was excited by that. And I did a much bigger jump from the day before. The day before, I only did 9,000 steps and 3 miles. This was more average for me. Why did I start increasing? What's the difference? The fact that the price went up to $3. But that was 4 days ago. Now look, I posted this morning, August 16th, or well, yesterday. These are my steps yesterday. I did 20,000 steps, 8.37 miles, 3,400 calories, 2 hours workout time, 8 hours sleep, 6.5 million shares, 26.92 MQT. What's that worth? Well, let's dream mode this. 26.92 times current price, $6.85. That's $184. Now I have two devices. That's my iPhone, and I will show you live. They always say documentation beats conversation. So let's pull up my Android phone. Now, these numbers will change by the end of the day as more people submit, so it will go down. But what it's showing at right now, let's see. So this is on my Android. This is why I say my iPhone and my Android don't record the same numbers, even though it's the same activity. So here, my Android shows me a 17,000 steps, 7.16 miles, 2,500 calories burned, and I got 4.5 million shares. And I can claim now because I claim every 10 days. I haven't claimed yet. But what does this equal up to? So this is still ongoing. 14.45 MQT. 14.45 times $6.85. That's another $98. 98 plus 184, that's $282 day. Now, by the end of this day, this probably might fall to about $170 worth of MQT tokens after everybody else submits. But that's in one day. What if I did that every day for the next 30 days? That's $8,000 for the documentation beats conversation. So yes, I'm stepping my ass off right now. I can't use stepping. Moving, move quest. Numbers don't lie. All right, so let's jump in. I will be doing a Get Fit presentation in 45 minutes. Leonard, let me see. Leonard said he did, how many did you do? 17 MQT. 17 MQT at $6.81. That's a $115 day. This isn't dashboard money. The MQT is on the market. I can sell them right now. I mean, just what it is. But I noticed something here. Somebody did do a big sell, $800 worth. People are smart. They're not selling. They're holding on to their tokens. Or maybe the big sellers have already sold out when the price was like at $2 and $2.50 and $3. They sold all their doggone tokens. That's going to be crazy because now, like look at this one here. This dude here sold. Actually, I want to look at this one. 300. He did 3 sales at one was 300, one was 70, and then he did another 300. So 670 tokens he sold. 300 tokens he sold, and he got him at $5.70, $1,700. He did that again back down here. Here it is again. He got 1,600. So maybe a little over $3,500 he earned. What do you think that's going to be worth? 670 tokens at, what if it goes 15 bucks? That's $10,000 worth. What happens when it reaches $100? I will give you guys a piece of suggestion since you're early on. Piece of suggestion. The more people that jump on the project, I'll explain what that is over the year, over the course of a year. Okay. Let's see. What did you have? $98 for the day? If you did that, if all stays the same, about 3,000 a month times 12, that's $36,000 a year. Dang. Hey, Leonard, what type of miners do you have? How many do you have? Omegas, alphas, ultras? Put that in the chat box for me. So my suggestion is you want to accumulate as many coins as you can and try not to sell, because eventually you'll only be getting half a MQT or one MQT per day or two MQTs per day. I'm gonna say, whoa, that's less. Well, the MQT is going to be worth more. What if it's worth $15 a coin? Two MQTs, that's like $30 for the day. Oh, you got four omegas, one alpha, and two primaries. Nice, nice. Mine, I have two omegas and five alphas on my iPhone, and then I've got 7 alphas on my Android. Okay. Donald Trump. Donald Trump holds over $1 million in Ether. And he also receives an NFT licensing fee. Filings show he has over $1 million in Ether. That's a good move for him. Whoa, wait, between 1 to 5 million. 1 to 5 million in Ether. And made over 7 million in an NFT licensing deal. Trump recently said he plans to launch another NFT collection. Donald Trump holds between 1 to 5 million. Trump's wallet comes at $3.6 million worth of crypto. That's a good sign right there. I was curious. Kamala Harris, how much do you own in crypto? Sometimes when you're running for president, you got to have full disclosure of your filings, your earnings. I'm curious if she's holding anything. Yeah, Melania Trump has her NFTs. She made $330,000 income from her NFTs. Donald Trump trading cards have had over $15,800 in Ethereum in trading volume since their debut. Okay. So that's documented. Trump's in crypto. Russia. I always pay close attention to this. But nearly all Chinese banks are refusing to process payments from Russia. That is big news. See, Putin just made a major trip. No, he went to North Korea. When was the last time he was in China? I think it was maybe a year ago to show support with the Ukraine war, and he was out there trying to get weapons. They're supposed to be locked in step with each other, the whole BRICS thing. But now all Chinese banks are refusing to process payments from Russia. Why? Russia has been using smaller banks and non-US dollar currencies to bypass Western sanctions, but doors to alternative transfer methods are closing fast. Russia is now looking to crypto and barter trade. Why? I want to know why. The impact of the West sanctions just seems to be getting worse and worse for Russia. Now 98% of Chinese banks, even small regional ones, are refusing to accept direct Chinese payment transfers from Russia. Such issues appear to have intensified over the past 3 weeks as smaller Chinese financial companies were still processing Russian payments in May and June. Last month, the Russian outlet reported that about 80% of bank transfers made in the Chinese yuan were bouncing back with no explanation. What is China doing? Are they getting pressure from the US after being stalled for weeks while banks decide whether they could transact? Is the payment challenges with Chinese banks could contribute to supply chain difficulties and inflation in Russia. This is maybe why Ukraine's feeling boldened to invade Russia right now. Now's the right time. Since the invasion of Ukraine, Russia and its trade partners have skirted sanctions by using smaller banks and other payment modes or non-US dollar currencies to circumvent the West's ban of some Russian banks from the widely used SWIFT messaging system. But the doors have been closing for these workarounds since December, when the US approved secondary sanctions targeting financial institutions that were helping Russia. That should have been in the first sanctions. Alexei, the general director of the investment and consulting firm First Group, said that some financial institutions in China were even starting to reject payments in the ruble. Now, if we remember when the war first started, that year, the Russian ruble outperformed the US dollar, and everybody was like, how the hell did that happen? They're going through sanctions because they found workarounds. Peroshin said Chinese banks weren't keen on doing business with Russian companies through financial institutions in Hong Kong, a special administrative region under China. Katerina, the CEO of Atvira, a Russian foreign trade consultancy, told that Russian companies were still sending yuan to China via Russian bank branches on the mainland, but there was a 5% markup. Many Chinese companies would still refuse payments from the Russian bank branches on the mainland. Russia is rushing to set up alternative payment mechanisms. Okay. On Thursday, Russia and China were even planning to revive the age-old practice of barter trade. We going back to that? We going to the olden days. Barter trade? Yeah, you give me some weapons, I give you this. We give you oil, we get this. Russia's problem with paying Chinese suppliers would cut off a crucial pillar of support for its war against Ukraine. Yeah, because who are they going to go to next? Iran? Iran ain't got no money like that. India's not going to give them money. India said, well, we're not going to piss off the United States. While Russia's exports help finance its war effort, its imports of industrial goods are vastly more important for sustaining the economic, political, and military dimensions of its war effort, at least in the short term. Russia's imports prevent shortages, maintain political support for the war by stabilizing living standards, and in some cases facilitate military capabilities. The only thing that scares me about this, again, is if we're cutting off Putin's legs and he starts to feel the walls closing in on him, he still has one trump card up his sleeve, and that's his nuclear weapons. This is a complete embarrassment. They couldn't walk over Ukraine, which is right next door, and now they're getting invaded by Ukraine, the country that they attacked. And Ukraine's been sitting on Russian soil for a week now? And Russia hasn't pushed them out? Can you imagine any incursion in the United States? How long would that last? If it would even get that close. Whoever saw, I think it's called Red Dawn, not the original, the replay. It was about how the United States could be invaded. But in reality, the closest we ever thought, we're not talking about Mexican War, none of that. The closest was after Pearl Harbor. Yeah, I'm not going 1812. We're not talking about that. I'm not talking about the British and whatnot. But you go back to Pearl Harbor, and my grandpa used to talk about this all the time. On the West Coast, there was fear that because that fleet was taken out, there was nothing stopping the Japanese to continue to go all the way to the West Coast. And they could have. It's just Japanese didn't have the intelligence to know that they could have. They turned around. That was one of their biggest mistakes. What they should have done was kept going and set up a blockade. That's what they should have. Well, we're not going to relive that. But any incursion in any country that America's protecting would never happen. But Russia, do you know how many miles Moscow is from the Ukrainian border? It ain't that far. All right. Next one up. Wells Fargo approves payments in XRP for credit cards and loans debt. Well, the CIA is allowing a lot of that stuff happening down at the border. That's all organized, our southern border. I'm talking about a real military incursion. The U.S. would shut it down like that. Wells Fargo approves payments in Ripple. Now, news of this should get the Ripple price up. Ripple, this is funny to me. I don't know. Instead, well, it went up 2.4%, but I mean, really? I don't know about Ripple. Wells Fargo has officially approved the use of XRP for settling credit card and loan payments, marking a significant shift in how traditional banking institutions are embracing digital currencies. This decision opens up a world of possibilities for customers who can now not only pay off their debts using XRP, but also earn cash back rewards through the XRP ledger system. Yeah, I mean, this is Ripple was always designed to be that international solution for the banking system. So I don't know why Ripple's not responding to this, meaning the price value. U.S. crypto bill can happen this year. Senate's Schumer. Really? Chuck Schumer, Democrat Schumer, tells crypto backers of Harris. At the opening of Crypto for Harris event, industry supporters of the Democratic presidential candidate suggested Harris will lead a crypto surge, though she hasn't yet shared her view. Okay, you're just being optimistic here. I don't care what's being said. Show me. But the fact that the leader of the Democrats of the Senate is saying this is a shift. I don't think Elizabeth Warren is going to like that. Chuck Schumer came out guns blazing during the Crypto for Harris event, saying what's been considered a long shot idea of getting some kind of crypto legislation out this year. That's not going to happen. While Biden's president, that's not going to happen. Billionaire Mark Cuban said former President Donald Trump and his party are primarily interested in crypto to make rich digital assets investors richer. No. In my opinion, Donald Trump is talking about it because it's a revenue to raise funds without the government getting their hands on it, and it's a popular talking point. And it's opposite of Joe Biden. It's more for political reasons, in my opinion. Senators Debbie Stabenow and Kirsten Gillibrand joined nearly a dozen other Democratic lawmakers, as well as industry titans like Mark Cuban and Anthony Scaramucci, in a virtual event to garner crypto support for vice. Okay, wait. Well, anybody from the Biden or Harris group on this call? If not, y'all just having a call hoping for something to happen. We all believe in the future of crypto. Really? We all believe in the future of crypto. Congress has a responsibility to provide common sense and sound regulation on crypto, and we need your support to make sure that any proposal is bipartisan. I agree with that statement. Now, where is Elizabeth Warren on this? In Harris' absence, several Democratic lawmakers and prominent supporters stood in and shared assurances during the virtual town hall that she would pave the way. I don't care about that. I want to hear her say that. Crypto for Harris is among a handful of fledgling efforts aimed to drum up crypto world backing for Harris after months in which former President Donald Trump seemed to be cementing himself as the industry's pick. Harris hasn't made any policy statements about digital assets in the US, and her campaign hasn't formally embraced crypto support. She can't, not while she's vice president. She can't. So if she makes any statements, again, I'm telling you, this will happen after the election. But Schumer, I believe we can make this happen, but he didn't specify what the bill might be beyond getting something passed out of the Senate. Yeah, you had something come out and Biden vetoed it or didn't sign the bill. And that was a huge mistake. I said that months ago. That's one of those unintentional or self-inflicted errors. Didn't have to go down like that. Crypto is here to stay no matter what, so Congress must get it right. That is true. Crypto is here to stay. Let me tell you, there's only one candidate running for president who's called crypto a scam, and that's Donald Trump. That is true as well. But that was in 2000 and what, 17? 18? What matters is what is he saying right now? He did absolutely nothing for 4 years as president and was openly hostile up until just recently. That part is true. Senator Debbie Stabenow, who chairs the Senate Agricultural Committee, said her goal is to provide the structure that both protects consumers but also allows this innovation to really flourish. Okay, I'm cool with that. Our House colleagues have already moved forward a bill. In the Senate, it's the Democrats that are serious about getting something done and working with our great new president, she said. What are you talking about? The Democrats already have a president. That's Joe Biden. You control the Senate. Get it done. If you're serious about it, get it done. Billionaire Mark Cuban, who has been heavily involved in trying to get Harris into the pro-crypto camp, said that Trump and Republicans are only interested in crypto to boost the wealth of their allies. They just want to see the Bitcoin max. That's not okay. That can be true, but in my opinion, from what I'm witnessing, that's not the motivating factor here. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand from New York, Democrat, Governor Jared Polis, a former House member who co-founded the Congressional Blockchain Caucus. That is nice. The Congressional Blockchain Caucus. And it was a Democrat that did that. Both of whom are running for their state's respective Senate seats, spoke with both pre-taped and live remarks. Well, until Harris makes her policy positions clear, and she just released, what was it? Friday. Yeah, yesterday, what her economic policy is, and there was nothing in there about crypto. Like I said, she wouldn't. She's not going to say anything until this is brought up in a debate, or Donald Trump says something, or one of the moderators says something. And I want to see how she answers it. But I already know, if you understand politics and her role while she's vice president, she has to walk a fine line by supporting the current administration and then trying to carve out a niche on what she will do differently than the current administration. And for those of you to say, well, she can make things happen now. No, she can't. She's vice president. Vice president has no power. They only do and support the agenda of the current administration, the president. So she can't, and she doesn't. The industry's primary election weapon, the extremely well-funded Fair Shake Political Action Committee, has straddled a careful line between the parties. Okay. All right, again, this means absolutely nothing until we hear directly from her on what she wants to do. Trump already said, I'm firing Gary Gensler on day one. Yeah, we want to hear something like that. I expect to see no mention of Bitcoin, says the Mara CEO on Harris. Hey, I just said the same thing. Now, why do you say this? Depending on the November presidential election outcome, Fred Thiel said he would consider looking outside the U.S. for Bitcoin mining farm Mara. Okay, so in other words, I don't even need to read the rest. He's saying if Harris wins, then he's going to be looking outside the US for his Mara operations. If Trump wins, then it's going to happen faster here in the US. That's basically what he's saying here. Before US President Joe Biden announced he would not run for re-election, many of the criticisms against the administration on crypto were directed at enforcement actions brought by Gary Gensler and legislation equating digital assets with illicit use introduced by Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. The senator has criticized the energy uses of mining farms, suggesting it could negatively impact the environment. Okay. Interesting that not a single Bitcoin miner was represented. I wonder if that means the Harris team is not interested in Bitcoin miners participating in the discussion, and therefore, by inference, not interested in Bitcoin mining in the US. We have certainly reached out to ask to be included. You know where to reach us if you want to chant. Well, he's the CEO of a mining company, so he's looking after his best interest. He's like, look, I need to know where you guys stand on this. And by your silence is loud. By you not saying is letting me know. So I've got to make my decisions not based on hope, but reality. So I understand where he's coming from. It would be insane for me to be supportive of a candidate who's going to be detrimental to my industry because I'm not fulfilling the fiduciary responsibility I have as a CEO of a company. I'd be harming my shareholders by doing that. Again, this is why I said Biden and Kamala, two big missteps. Biden in not signing the bill, and Kamala should have shown up to that Bitcoin conference that Trump was at. Two missteps here. Let's see here. There is nothing that the terrorist team has done that indicates to me, at least, that they will be friendly towards Bitcoin, which just tells me maybe we really should accelerate moving our business offshore. And if he's thinking that way, how many other businesses do you think is thinking the same way or will follow suit because he's doing it? That's not good. Zach XBT claims 21 North Korea crypto devs are making $500,000 a month. You know, one of the major sources of income in North Korea is crypto, and not legally either. They got a whole government division that's own gain is hacking crypto exchanges and crypto wallets all around the world, primarily South Korean markets. So he claims to have found a network of North Korean developers who have been working on dozens of crypto projects. So now they're trying to do it the legal way. Blockchain investigator says he's uncovered evidence of a sophisticated network of North Korean developers that earn as much as $500,000 a month working for established crypto projects. Is that legal? Because North Korea is under sanctions too. So is it legal for businesses around the world to hire devs from North Korea? Are they breaking any laws doing that? Let's see. He believes a single entity in Asia, likely operating out of North Korea, is receiving $300,000 to $500,000 per month, employing at least 21 workers to over 25 crypto projects. Isn't this interesting? So these devs are not claiming to be from North Korea. Look at their fake locations: Canada, California, Tokyo, Singapore, Tokyo, Japan, Fukuoka, Japan, Michigan, Texas, Malaysia, Texas, Vietnam, Singapore. These are all fake. They're all from North Korea. Wow. Recently, a team reached out to me for assistance after 1.3 million was stolen from the treasury after malicious code had been pushed. You know what's dangerous about this? If they're working for legitimate companies, I guarantee you they're putting in back-end code where they can steal all that stuff. And that's what happened here. 1.3 million was stolen. Unbeknownst to the team that they had hired multiple DPRK IT workers as devs who were using fake identities. Oh, wow. Yeah, you got to be careful with that one. Yeah, look at this. All from one source, all these companies. That's dangerous. Shortly after posting another project, found out they had hired one of the DPRK IT workers listed in my table and shared my post in their chat. Immediately within 2 minutes, Naoki left the chat and wiped his GitHub. Got to call him out. Arguably the most infamous group linked to the Hermit Kingdom, the Lazarus Group reportedly stole over $3 billion in crypto assets in 6 years. $3 billion in 6 years. That's a huge source of income for them. The last one up here, crypto influencers on notice after FTC bans fake likes and followers. So this is still a thing. So you can go out there and get yourself some fake likes and fake followers. New rules from the FTC mean crypto influencers will face stiff fines for fake followers and likes, while celebrity testimonials are also in the firing line. Celebrity testimonials. Crypto influencers boosting their social media clout with fake followers, views, and likes. And I get hit up with this every day. I have my right now I'm streaming on my main YouTube channel, but I also have an ILCA crypto channel, and my inbox is getting hit up 2, 3 times a day from people saying, "Hey, Bitcoin Brandon, we see you got your account. We can help you get, an extra 50,000 followers and da 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 if you pay this amount of money." I don't know if you guys are getting that stuff. I even get it for Twitter too. The rules bar anyone from selling or buying fake indicators of social media influence, including followers or views generated by a bot or hijacked account. Everyone juicing their views, saves, plays, subs, and likes through an inauthentic means violates the new rule. The new rule, okay. Today, the FTC finalized a new rule banning fake reviews. One interesting part, it expressly prohibits buying and selling fake followers, but it goes beyond followers to include any metrics used by the public to make assessments of social media influence. For the reasons explained in this section, the Commission is finalizing the definition of indicators of social media influence to mean any metrics used by the public to make assessments of any individuals so it's not just followers or likes, but also views. People say, "Oh, this one got 2 million views in 24 hours." Are they real views or bots to simulate it? Followers, friends, connections, subscribers. There it is. Views, plays, likes, saves, shares, reposts, and comments. So the final rule will protect Americans from getting cheated. I wonder how many of those crypto YouTubers say, "Oh, I got 500,000 followers." Do you really? Do you? How the hell did you get 500,000 followers? You don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's why people, Brandon, who do you listen to on YouTube? None of them. None of them. It's all, I don't want to call it, it's a scam, but it's manipulation. Whatever followers they have, they manipulate them to do certain things so that they capitalize on it beforehand. Like they know a token's coming out, they go and make a deal on the move first, and then, "Hey guys, by the way, I have a feeling this token's going to pop." Well, it popped because you told your followers to, and they went and bought it. That's why it popped. If you didn't say nothing to your followers, the token would have never popped. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Type Y in the chat box if that makes sense. When I was first learning how to trade, said never trade more than $10,000 in any single trade. If you're going to do more, have multiple trades going on at the same time. Because once you cross that $10,000 path, that number might have to change now. I might have to go up to maybe 30 or 40,000. But once you do that, you now become the whale. And instead of you reading the charts to make moves, everybody else is reacting to you. You can move the market in any way. All right. That is it for Crypto Talk for today. Guess what we have coming up in 9 days? 9 days from now. Oops, not that one. 9 days from now, is our next 5-day challenge. 5-day challenge. 9 days from now. Register for free. Go to ilcachallenge.com. We are still on Back to the Basics. You also, by registering, you're going to get my free ebook, Bitcoin for Beginners. You're going to get my free ebook, Bitcoin for Beginners. So register for free. Get started. Today in 10 minutes from now, I will be doing the Get Fit presentation. I will be streaming it on Facebook. If you want to be on the Zoom, you got to send us a message to get the private Zoom link. But I will be streaming it on Facebook, on all my channels on Facebook. And then tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be doing a fixed presentation. Snap that fat away. And you can go to snapintohealth.info. So I'll be doing this presentation tonight. Following that, Herschel Crow will be doing another Get Fit presentation, but it is more on the training side and the nuts and bolts on how Get Fit works. That'll be tonight. So we got a jam-packed Saturday to take place, and we'll be here all day for it. So with that, I'll see you guys on Inner Circle Talk again on Monday, but it will be just for the Inner Circle at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Take care, everybody. Out. Bye-bye.